All right, so where we left off on D, we'll go ahead and finish that one off before we go back to C. And so we were at not working with cupcakes. We are at pizza number 9 here, and each pizza needs 2/3. So pizza 10 will be this section, pizza 11 will be the next 2/3, pizza 12 will be the next 2/3, pizza 13 will be the next 2/3. Okay? So our number sentence should say 9 divided by 2/3 equals 13 pizzas. And now we have to think about this section here is worth 1/3, right? And each pizza needs 2/3 of a block of cheese. So if we had just one more third here, we'd have a whole pizza, right? We'd have a 14th pizza. But we don't. So this is not here. We have this section though. So really we have half of this pizza. So we don't have this section, but we do have this section. So in your answer, 9 divided into 2/3 equals 13 and half of another pizza. That one's tricky. So nice job for working through that. For C, let's go ahead and jump up. We are doing 1/5 of a block of cheese for one pizza. Okay? So we have 9 blocks of pizza. We're dividing it into 1/5 sections. So we're going to do our best to make fifths into our pizza. Our blocks of cheese. So in this block of cheese, we'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pizzas. I could keep going, and make each block of cheese into 1/5 sections. This would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or I could notice that each block of cheese gets me 5 pizzas. The next block gets me 5 more. So I know each block of cheese is going to give me 5 pizzas. So total, I would have 9 blocks of cheese times 5 pizzas per block. And 9 times 5 is 45. So I can make 45 pizzas if each pizza needed 1/5 of a block of cheese. All right, let's go on to E. E says we need 3/3 per pizza. So by looking at my denominator here, I know I need to split my 9 blocks of cheese into thirds. And for one pizza, it needs 1, 2, 3/3. So I can see that this whole block of cheese is only going to give me 1 pizza. The next block of cheese, I'll split it into thirds, and for one pizza, it needs 1, 2, 3/3. So again, only 1 pizza for this whole block of cheese. That's going to be pizza number 2. It's a lot of cheese for a pizza. So I can notice that each block of cheese is really only going to give me 1 pizza. So if I have 9 blocks of cheese, and each block is going to give me 1 pizza, I know I'll get 9 pizzas total. So let's write our number sentence. 9 divided by 3/3 will give me 9 pizzas. Alrighty, final one, F. says we need 4 thirds for each pizza. So just like we looked at on the previous and all the rest of our pizza problems, we need to look at our denominator here to figure out how much are we splitting each block of cheese into. So thirds again. So I'll go ahead and I'll split up my block of cheese into thirds. And I need 4 thirds. So here's 1, 2, 3. So I need to jump over to my next block of cheese. And I need to split that up into thirds. And I need 1 more third. So total I have 1, 2, 3, 4 thirds here. And that is 1 pizza. So I need to split all my cheese blocks into thirds in order to figure out how many pizzas we can make from these 9 blocks of cheese. And 4 thirds needed for 1 pizza. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4 thirds again. And that'll be, do another color. This will be pizza number 2. For pizza 3, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 thirds. And this will be pizza number 3. My next pizza will be 1, 2, 3, 4 thirds. And that'll be pizza number 4. I'll keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4 thirds. And now I have my 5th pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll be pizza number 6. Okay, so I'm getting down to my last couple ones, and I have 1 third, 2 thirds, 3 thirds. And I really need 4 thirds, but I don't have that 4th section. So I don't have a full pizza. But if I think about how much of the pizza I do have, I have 1, 2, 3 of my 4 sections. 1, 2, 3 of my 4 sections. Don't have that section. But I do have this portion. I have 3 of the 4. So really I have 3/4 of that pizza, just not that last portion. So when we go ahead and write our number sentence, let's do different colors, sorry about that. Let's do our 9 blocks of cheese divided into 4 thirds sections for pizza. I know I can get 6 whole pizzas, and then I can get the 1, 2, 3 portions out of the 4 of the next pizza. Again, that one's tricky. Okay, look at all the work we've done. Nice job. Let's move on to C. We'll finish out C1 and C2 together. So where we left off here was at cupcake number 7. So these 3 would be cupcake number 8. The next 3/8 would be cupcake 9. Then we'll do cupcake 10. oops, 11, 12, 13, and our 14th cupcake uses up the last 3/8. So when we look at and see how many cupcakes can Jasmine make, she can make 14 cupcakes. Okay? For C2, Chris needs 3.5 cups of flour. So just like I did in the previous problem, I want to draw out my 3 whole cups. And he has a half of the next cup. So of this cup, we really only have half. This is Casper. We don't have that, Casper the ghost. His only clean measuring cup holds 1/3 cup. So the only clean cup here is right there. It holds 1/3 of a cup. So I need to figure out how many 1/3 cups does Chris need? So if he has 3.5 cups, that's what his recipe is calling for. 1, 2, 3.5 cups of flour. And he's only got the 1/3 cup. How many times does he have to fill it? Or how many times can we get that 1/3 cup into 3.5? Okay, so if we're looking at our 1/3, we know we need to divide each of our cups into 1/3 sections. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that in green. I need to split this 1 whole cup into 3, split this cup into 3, and this cup into 3. Whoops. And this cup into 3. All right. So we're trying to figure out how many 1/3 cups go into this 3.5. So here I can see, here's 1/3, there's 1. This would be another third, 2, another third, 3. So I can keep going and count how many 1/3 cups I can make. And now I'm down to my 1/2 cup here. I can clearly see when I split it up into the thirds in my green color that there, what number am I at? I'm at 10. So this would be cup number 10. But my next portion is really right here. So I don't have the whole thing. This section is not there. So I can't get a full another cup. But if we notice, this blue section here and this green section here are equal. So this 1/3 section is really split right down the middle. So I get a 1/10 whole cup, and then the next cup is split in half. So when we go ahead and write our number sentence, we have 3.5 cups of flour. We're dividing it into 1/3 cups, and we get 10 whole 1/3 cups, and then the next 1/3 cup we split right in half. So I get 10.5